We can go for Duelist. This would be such a good play, man. And then we can go Ego Drain. So I'm excited because I loved Faeries since Wilds of Eldraine. You didn't see those cards used too much, but they're amazing. And I hope that finally we can make it work. Let's go for this one. Here's the Get Lost. I would expect it's probably Get Lost. It could be 3 mana, you know, exile non-land permanent, but it's usually Get Lost. Okay, they're waiting. But that might actually be a trap for our opponent. Let's pay life, because now we have a counter spell. Alright, so... I mean, we will go Ego Drain, then they will cast something. So, you know, if we don't have a Faerie, then we have to exile a card from the hand, but we will have it. And you need to be kinda careful, because this cannot be used for spells. And you have a lot of those. Yep, as no, the other one. Let's go. And now we can also hit the next play. We have everything prepared. Well, that's a standard hand if I've ever seen one. So that's literally 3 sweepers. I honestly think it could be Biza. Biza is very strong. We cannot go through the split ups. But if we can force a sweeper on one creature, I'm pretty happy with it. To be fair, they probably won't cast it, but that means they are missing the turn. Yep, so they went for it. Probably a good play. And that opens a lot of possibilities for us. Man, I really would love... You know what? We could even exile a card here. Because it's actually better for us. Believe or not, this is the better play. I don't think we need Fencing because it's a control deck. And that saves us single point of mana. Sure, Elspeth. That will be the next problem. This allows us to play Glen, Elendra Guardian, which will let us counter the next spell. And that's massive. And we get a 3 for then. So, Authority. I mean, we can play it in response. This cannot really do anything. Not enchantment, not creature. Yeah, we see the full hand. You can see how seeing the full hand is such a big difference. We of course did it so they don't life gain here. And I mean, why do they even have... Oh, they can kill their own authority with this card. So I mean, they can. They can make a play. It's just not a very good play, probably. So yeah, I mean, we are having... Okay, this is a very nice draw. And it's 2 mana, so we can combine it with this. Oh man, are we on to something? Are we on to something? The authority will kinda hurt us with this guy, because of course the first swing with each Faerie is not perfect. Let's put it this way. We could counter it. Honestly, this seems great. I don't want this in my board. So this is a non-creature spell. We kinda get more vulnerable with the sweepers. I guess they draw a card. I'll be honest, I kinda forgot about this part. Simrip. Okay. Our opponent isn't familiar with the card. Oh, that's definitely an oopsie. Let's go for the bear. Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, bro. So now we can start finally attacking. Fencing, absolutely the draw. Even land would be better because then I would go for the reef, which was kinda what I was aiming for. So we could go around split up. So I will just attack with this. This way the bear survives if they split up. And it's still nearly the same damage. So, you know, we'll see, we'll see. This draw is very important. What do they have? They went for it. They went for tapped creatures, that's fine. And we saved the biggest, baddest creature. Kinda. The authority is helping them so much, like they will probably gain 5 to 7 life with this. But that means we can also go for the Reef hit. And we definitely need damage. I think you kinda need to play some land that keeps hitting hard. Now we don't really get any benefit from milling, so we can maybe see more oh, top was Ultima. Oh boy. And like with Reef, you suddenly start dealing tons of damage, especially with Authority. Like this isn't as deadly as usually it is against, you know, other decks. Split up, sure. We could play double Faerie. If they don't hit a land, they cannot get it. I kinda like it. I think we need to keep pressuring, and even if they get, you know, the land for the sweeper, they still will be tapped, so we can attack on the next turn. And yeah, man, this will be close. Like, authority got, like, I think they would be around 8 without authority, which is exactly what you want. Then you attack with Reef, and it's death for the rest of the game. And this is fine. Card that doesn't really do anything against us. Okay, so we spent mana here. This also has warding, so we know that this won't die. And, I mean, we could already attack with it. Or we can just go for the Reef, because we know it survives, and it deals more damage even. Yeah, I think this is better. Just more damage overall. Like, Faeries are not known for the biggest stats, you know? Oh man, they have some really powerful cards. So as you can see, we are playing against full deck of sweepers and nothing else, and we are trying to make a progress. Like, it's literally authority, removal, and sweepers. And I mean, we are getting them to 8. Okay, this is I think with this draw we won. This is incredibly good draw. Now we can go for this. They cannot really attack it even because of a ward. And we can even draw cards, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. Like, I think we already got the card we needed. Like, this counter spell is perfect for this deck. Like, it just gives you such a solid counter spell. Yeah, I think we got them. Because if they sweep, we can always tap them out with this and counter, and then Reef kills them. Like, they don't have enough plays. And we won against full hand of sweepers, and that's why this was so important. This actually would help them survive. We can kill Biza, but the tokens, life gain, this would buy them extra turn. Now they are dead. So man, I mean, a good start. You know what? I see potential in this hand. This is such a weird hand, but honestly, counter spells are really good. So especially that we can get the Faerie, the first one. It's very important if we lose it immediately. If we can untap with this, it should be perfect. Man. Oh, this is scary. Oh, this is scary. We could also play like a control, but we really want this in the board. I need them to tap. That's actually really bad for us. Oh, that was the play we didn't want to miss. So if we play this, it just dies. But I think we still have to do it. I don't love this. The problem is that we might get mana screwed. We need them to not kill it instantly and let us untap. Then we can kinda try to make some progress. If this gets countered, it's probably not great. Alright, it went through, but it isn't surviving. Oh man. The problem is that we only have one. Okay, land is amazing. Okay, with this, we got a new angle. Because now we can try to play it as a control a little bit. So when they tap, we go with this. And then we can counter. Honestly, I think that's fine. This could be our opening. Of course, they will get amazing cards for the future. With this, they know exactly what the deck is about. It's Dimir Faeries with all the new cards. So they know exactly how to draw to, you know, get rid of our strategy. But it's still a turn when they don't do anything. This Guardian needs to do a lot, man. This one is like a tempo play because your opponent still gets the card back. But in the right moment, it just gives you so much. Okay, we kinda missed, but at least we have Ego Drain. So let's see what they took. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, we can counter. So this is a 3-drop. So Days of Black Sun stay. As Rapture is very expensive, so it's between Monument and Consult. I think we can kill them faster than Monument, so it has to be Consult the Star Charts. This way we kinda disable their strategy. And we have good counter spells against expensive spells. So man, this will be why we really want to draw another island for Curiosity, or at least a land. I think we kinda need to roll with it, man. I can still cost them the mana. I don't think they will exhaust us fast enough. So I'm taking a risk. This way we save one counter spell, but at the same time we are risking a win con. Sure, let's go for this. This is honestly decent. It's something we can add to the board. It's really, really slow, but at least we have some place. Unfortunately, we are not in comfortable spot that we were in. and knowing all the cards. Now they have 2 mystery cards, so we don't know what we are playing around exactly. And of course 2 mana removal is the thing that hurts the most. I mean, this is kinda perfect. Let's go. This is why we save the counter spell, so we can get rid of those plays for the longest time. We could draw cards here. No. We just cannot go for it, man. Because if they sweep this board, that's it. Okay, so we keep swinging. As you can see, Faeries have pretty low damage compared to the like mono white or red, which just kill you instantly. But here, maybe. I don't know what those cards are, so that's a bit of a scary thing. They can make this play, and I think they will. Yeah. We could also go Curiosity and start doing cards. Or we can just go for this, which seems optimal. Yeah, let's go. I don't love them drawing cards, to be honest. But we deal more damage this way, so it's nice. Alright, I will go for it, literally for the damage. And it's also very efficient, so we can start to try to untap the Faerie. Let's go. Alright, so what can we do? I think we just attack, man. Like, we need the damage. We need the damage. We can counter for 1 more turn, and that's kinda it. Down to 8. Man, if they double spell, that's not good. I hope they go for the Rapture. Because this is the play we can play around. And man, I went for this 3 damage, but now I cannot double counter spell, so that was a risky play. I think we need to take it. Because this is a bait. Like, our opponent knows exactly what we know, that this is a very clunky spell that doesn't want to get countered. Alright. We can still replay at the end step, and we get a new counter with a new counter spell. Man, this is so close! And Dimir is one of the, you know, very strong control decks right now, so if we could beat them, that would be great. Oh, I hate this play so much. Now they will know exactly the game plan we're trying to hide. They still have something, so we have to allow it. Countering doesn't make any sense because, you know, then we cannot make the other play. Here they can get stutter, but that means we can play something else on this turn. You can see that moment they got all those extra cards, suddenly they are starting to make multiples plays a turn. I still haven't recovered, but I think we're doing fine so far. And so I think with this, and I think that should be it, because we replay it. This play was literally a bait. If you countered it, you would mess up. Here we can go for 5 damage already. With Curiosity we could draw into a land, which is really nice, man. But we can just play it at the end step, it's better. Man, drawing 2 cards, but if we miss a land we cannot counter. Yeah, I think we'll just hit with this. We have the Bear, we have the Curiosity. They know about one of those cards, but not both of them. I think we can catch them off guard. One of the cool things about Faeries is that you can flash so many threats that it really feels more like a control deck in a way. And as you can see, look, our opponent is at 5-8 mana. We're playing this like literally a control mirror in a way. Just our control hits face as well. So of course they want to go for Rapture, so they can win on the next turn, but they know we have a counter spell. The fact that they know about this card is so massive. They would absolutely play Rapture here. Like, they would absolutely go all in, man. I don't know what the last card is, man. What happens if we counter this? Only one way to know. Only one way to... Wait, we can just... Okay, so I think we go with this, and then we still can counter next spell with Guardian. So they need to pay 4 in total, because we have 2 Faeries. So, man, I think we are doing it. And I'm kinda excited for this one. I love playing like this. Like, this is such a, you know, cool way to play an aggro deck and still have enough control over the game to just basically outmaneuver a full Dimir control. And that's how we do it! Alright, our opponent going strong with talent on turn 1. And we will try to go for the Bear. It honestly feels like Bitterbloom Bearer is like the big card that actually gives you the board. Because the Faerie is like, it's you know, 3 mana, 2/3. Definitely on the craziest stat line, usually. And we could go for the fencing, but we don't have Faerie yet. So I think we just play this first, and then we see. We kinda will have to defend against this. They still keep 1 mana, I wonder why. This is blue, they could play it. So I guess into the Floodmaw or something? I have no idea. Like, I believe they could just play it normally and pump more. So that was a little bit, you know, unexpected, let's put it this way. But now we are finally hitting face. And we have a long way to go. But I want to set up Duelist, so every Faerie instantly deals damage. Like, we need this chunk of damage, man. Yep, I think we can kill it pretty easily for 1 mana. That's what I hope for. So this is the play that is extremely cheap and very efficient, so I hope they don't have more. Here we go. Do we just go for the biggest otter? I don't think they can pump it above 3/3. They can play 1 spell, so let's go for it. Okay, so I don't mess it up. It's x0, right? So we get -0, -0, and then it gets additional -3. It's kinda important, because without it, we might die. Okay, so they also don't have 1 mana instance, which is very important. So the whole, you know, shenanigans with mashing cards here and there actually was wasted fully, because they cannot attack with this otter. So all the pump is wasted, and the one that could attack is no longer here. So that's the full turn. We go for Duelist, and finally, see, now we can push this crazy damage. Alright, this is our big play. I think we need more mana. I think man, paying life feels so rough here. Especially that this also hits us, and our opponent is actually equal with us. I definitely want Ego Drain, so we could go Bear Ego Drain. Not bad. It might be a disaster, but I will pay to life, because I really want to mess them up here. And hopefully they have 1 big play. Alright, this doesn't... We basically want to hit something that doesn't change the board, and they actually have only cards like this. We cannot get the Riddler. Permanent. I think maybe... What's the permanent? They don't have talent in the grave. I think we'll go with Accumulate Wisdom. Unless they draw another one instantly, we should not be punished. And finally, we are starting to deal a serious damage. Our board is kinda wide, and because the creature is made a upkeep, you always have a blocker, like, naturally. This card will make or break the game. It's the most important draw. Alright, the pump starts. Hopefully they cannot go super crazy with those otters. Like, 2 otters is probably more damage than we have in total. Alright, it can be tapped. I mean, this shouldn't mill us in time, I feel. Man, they're fully tapped. I think we just won. Oh, what a play. What a play. And now we get a free trade. And man, we'll also beat the lesson deck. It's not Izzet, but they still have the same, you know, boomerang engine. So if we swing, it's 5. Sorry, it's 4, 6, 7. Close to. We needed 1 more turn. I'll tell you guys, this is hand that I feel will lose us the game. But we still have enough lands and a counter spell, so maybe we can play it. We also have removal, so I think I will take it, but I'm nearly sure this is a losing hand, especially on the draw. But let's see, let's see. I would love to be proven wrong. So, yep, hello bro. Alright. We also don't have a single Faerie in our Faerie deck. So, not looking great, but at least we have a counter spell, and I really hope to draw something, man. And we are not drawing something, man. Oh, like, we need to activate those. Without, you know, any creature, we cannot reuse them, because it's too inefficient. Okay, this might be a start. I guess we can play this. Oh, it's Synthesizer deck. Okay, that's important to know. So, okay, I think I kinda know what's up. But is that quick enough? I'm not sure. So I would love to go for the Nuisance. Then we can Ego Drain and keep the counter spell. I think that this is the best play we have. Oh man, I don't want to show my hand so early because I cannot unload everything on this turn. But I think it has to be good enough. We only don't know about 4 cards, and hopefully, those cards, like, they don't have double synthesizer. Okay, I mean, I can work with this. I hope, I think I maybe. I'm not sure. So we will counter the Battlefront. They have 5 mana, they cannot pay enough. Then we Ego Drain the other one, and then we Curiosity, hopefully, and start doing cards. I mean, from this draw that we started, it's actually better than I expected. Let's go. And as you can see, you better have those counter spells. One card like this instantly wins the game, man. Like, not even joking. And I mean, we got a land. So this could be colorless for the cat. Let's go like this. We absolutely have to play this, I feel. Are you serious? They drew triple Battlefront on 12 cards. This draw from the last turn could not be a win con, because I can only remove one. I can refill, but I need one turn before, you know, they draw another bomb, and they just drew multiples in a row. I think that's it. If they hit with Battlefront, they win. So we kinda need to assume that they won't. Alright guys, I think there might still be a small chance. We go Curiosity, because then we can draw an extra card. This is fine. Alright, decent card. I need them to whiff a little bit at least. Like, this second draw was game winning, honestly. Like, we have very slow start. Oh, they hit exactly the perfect combination. Snare against Cat and Synthesizer to win the game. I think we cannot raise them anymore with this. Like, I think that's it. I think that won the game. This one draw. And this is kind of what you will see a lot. Meta decks have very powerful play that very often cannot really be countered if they hit perfectly. And if they get the card, it's just, oh, okay, you won. You know? We can kill this at least. We know they have one more snare. We could also play this, but then they draw a card. I don't love it. I think we just kill it later. Okay, I think I know. Yay, down to 22. They're basically dead, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can win this. Like, this feels incredibly rough here. But, that being said, if we can beat those constructs, like, we will have blockers, and they don't have trample on them. So if we can kill one of them, maybe. I'm really not sure, guys. It's already so much damage. I could trade land against it. This would be a 5/5. But this costs so much mana. Maybe later. Let's take the damage. Feels great. Just down to 14. Man, we are trying to pressure them for so many turns. They are at 22. One hit. We are half life. And it's not the third one. So I think we go for Obyra. And the bear. This feels to be the main play. Because we need those extra creatures. Alright, the authority will make our blocker not blocking, at least for the first turn. Listen, we are trying, bro. Our opponent is above 20. Like, at the 23 right now, man. That's wild. I'm not sure if we can do it, man. Like, you can see that with Faeries, you kind of fight against, like, supercharged creatures on your opponent's side usually, and you have those 1/1s that have, you know, tricky plays, but if you don't trick something, you cannot fight the raw power usually. So we can shoot the Sheriff one of them, then kill the second and hope that those two cards aren't a bomb. Like, they already drew enough. I mean, let's go. We can survive one hit. Guys, we're basically winning. They are down to 20. We just needed 6 turns to get them back to 20. From 20. The whole thing is only about this Battlefront. And they actually managed to draw another bomb on the same, man. Like, they actually draw best cards from the deck one after another. I think that's game. I don't think you can beat so much. We can, of course, play this. counter it, but then this is, what, 12 damage already? And we die at the upkeep. This doesn't live gain. And of course they can get the Fire Crystal right now, get like, yeah, that's it. That's probably it. This is the best I have, guys, but it won't be enough. I kind of felt from the start that this is the game we'll lose. Like, I usually get feeling when my opponent is, you know, like, with a lot of bombs and I cannot make a play for first, like, multiple turns, it just feels, yeah, you are probably not in this game anymore. Even though it didn't really start yet. Okay, so they're going for second synthesizer. I think I only have one idea, but the problem is that we just don't have enough damage, man. Like, they are hitting for, you know, 7 on this turn already. I think they should go for Fire Crystal, in all honesty. Like, they would already attack for 24 on this turn, so they missed the lethal. But it doesn't matter because they have infinite supply. I literally don't see a winning play, guys. At least we got them to 20, so that's great. that was great. Yeah, like I can spend whole mana to get a -7 and nearly kill one of the 3 creatures they are getting multiple times a turn. Yeah, I told you, this third Battlefront that they top decked was the winning play. Alright guys, so that won't be super long, I'm still not feeling very well to be honest, but we managed to beat Mythic with this deck that you see in front of you. However, that being said, we didn't play too many games, it was 3 wins, 2 losses in total, but I will give you my honest feeling. Even when you win, it feels like everything needs to go your way, and when your opponent has, like, you know, big chunky creature, it's so hard to answer, especially that your main removal is, you know, stat based. You get a good upside of -3 for free basically, but if you have seen in the construct game, sometimes if your opponent outscales you, or for mono white it can also be similar because, you know, they get ethereal armors and warding on the creature, so you suddenly need to pay more mana. Sometimes it's hard to remove, and for all the cool things that Faeries are doing, they lack raw stats. It's a 3 mana 2/3 at first. You know, this one is close to 2/2 for 2 mana, but you need to, you know, keep it going for a while because the first creature cannot attack on the first turn. I think that's why the Duelist is so important for this deck, because it finally lets you push this extra damage. So when you make a Faerie, you know, a token or a play, you instantly deal some extra damage and this quickly snowballs, but it just feels that they don't have raw stats, you know, just to close the games fast enough. So in my opinion, it doesn't feel like, you know, absolute powerhouse or anything like this, but I really enjoyed playing with this, and I think Bearer is probably the most crucial of the new Faeries, it feels, because without this card you just don't have the board. With this, well, you have some plays. You can block, you can chomp, and because most of them have flying, usually you can, you know, just raise your opponent as long as you know that you can, you know, tank their hits. So yeah, I mean, we still have some nice additions with this. What is cool about this tribe? You kinda play a control deck. With this you have counter spells that also grow your creature. Spell Stutter is absolutely amazing. It's like a hard counter spell basically, with all the creatures that you have in this deck, especially when you go white with the Bearer. Like, this is just hard counter spell for 2 mana. So feels great. Didn't really use this ability like ever. It's nearly at the cost of Curiosity. So I think Curiosity will probably be a big part of this deck so it can keep going, because at some point you just don't have enough cards if you don't hit one of those. So most of the time you can make it work, but it just feels like you really need to try hard, man. But we did it. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you to all the patrons that allow us, you know, make this daily content. Really thank you guys for that. So yeah, I hope you had fun, guys. And that's it for today, and see you tomorrow. With